Welcome to another episode of the Anyone But Cam Offseason podcast. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Frankie, and sitting across the internet from me is Cam. Cam, how's it going?
It's going all right. Just kind of hanging out. I have a group for Plant Design 2, which I have currently done all the homework for this term.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going all right. How about you, Frankie?
Well, this morning, Star Wars Celebration happened. The episode 9 panel was very cool. Got me really excited. And then got immediately bombarded with people complaining. I love that.
Wait, people complained about it? Oh, you mean Alex?
Literally, like us. I can like before he even saw the teaser, he was complaining. I'm not trying to pick on Alex here, but it's just so like indicative of like the entire online Star Wars community. It's just like you can't even please them before they've even seen what you're gonna release. Like, I don't know, man. But anyways, The Rise of the Skywalker will be happening so long from now. And that's a movie, an action movie of sorts.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And Cam came to me and said, Frankie, what an excellent idea to do a draft last week. I'm just constantly in awe with your creativity and ability to come up with new topics. And I said, thank you, Cam. That's very kind of you. And then Cam said, how about we cast our friends in our own action movie? Where we're going to be casting writers, directors, all the different actors, and we'll use the same list as we did last week. And I said, that's a great idea, Cam. Is this an accurate portrayal of our conversation today, Cam?
I'd say it's a bit too praising of Frankie. You know, generally I like to keep you down, put you down, so you're just not willing to leave me, because I know you have plenty of other options with the Emerald Gamecast out there, probably trying to poach you.
They haven't. I literally, in my message this week that I sent to them, I put in a post note, said, why haven't you guys crossed over with Anyone But Cam podcast yet? So far, no response. Although they are only one episode in. So, yeah, we'll see.
They're still small fish compared to us.
That's true. This is our 31st episode.
Wow. Almost hitting a year.
Almost. I think we got a little bit to go for that. But yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. So we're going to be doing a fantasy type draft. We're going to use the same pool as last week. All the people in their friend, all people we played fantasy with, or people we're in group chats with. We're going to be casting for an action movie. And Cam, do you have a premise for action movie yet, or do you want to kind of hold off on that so you see your cast?
I kind of have. I've been taking my inspiration, I'd say, from the Fast and Furious franchise, particularly, Fast 5,
yes.
Probably my favorite, because, we have a pretty large cast, so it's not going to be, just one single action hero, one villain kind of thing. It's more of a team of heroes. So kind of like that. Also thinking about Mission Impossible 4, one of my favorite action movies.
That's Rogue Nation?
No, it's Ghost Protocol.
Oh, that's Ghost Protocol. I was gonna say Rogue Nation. I take inspiration from Rogue Nation because that's my favorite of all of them. But 4 is right there as well. My original thought for my movie was like, what if I could do like a Mad Max Fury Road type spinoff here? But I don't know if any of us are capable enough directors and writers for that one. So my main inspiration came from like a Die Hard type concept because it's kind of the first thing that comes to mind when I think of action movies. But we'll see how the cast shakes out, and we'll see how my film ends up as we go along here.
All right, so we had the idea before the podcast to decide who gets first pick.
Yep.
We will flip a Kaylee, meaning you will predict whether or not Kaylee lands on heads or tails, and I will tell you what you get.
I'm going to predict tails.
All right, Kaylee. Heads or tails? Kaylee says heads. She pointed to her head. So I get first pick. Kaylee obviously rooting for me, always in my corner. Thank you, Kaylee. All right, so for my first pick, there's two people that I deemed worthy of picking first, but one of them I really don't think that you would also think so. So I'm going to pick Devin first overall.
Okay.
He is going to be the leader of my band of action heroes because there's not a lot of people looking at this list that I feel like could have the physique to be the true action hero in our movie, as well as just be beloved by everyone that's following him and just be the true leader of the squad. So Devin, I feel like encapsulates all of those traits perfectly. So I want him on my team.
It's a good pick. Probably would have been my first pick overall.
You say would have or would not have?
Probably would have.
Nice.
I mean, it's up there. I don't know. I feel like because this first one, I think the object is to go after your leading man, or I guess leading lady, although there's only one on the board. But yeah, Devin probably would have been my first pick. So I'm scrambling here to think. But who could be next? Kind of going down the list here. No. Ooh, that's an interesting pick here. Trying to think. I'm trying to think about my friends who have been leading mans in other productions, such as Fast Cars, Slow Spanish, and J Mods versus JP, Dawn of Justin. And that name
two classics.
That name is kind of sticking out to me. Dawn of Justin.
A movie which did not, in fact, feature Justin.
Yeah, that's the kind of the crux of this. I'm picking JP as my first pick.
JP
is my leading man, and for a few reasons. One, I think he could play that relatable like cop role kind of well, where just kind of guy kind of just gets thrown into something. He's a man who is familiar with firearms and has an interest in things like that. He also has been known to smoke a cigar here or there, enjoy a nice glass of whiskey. All these classic 80s and 90s action hero type thing. I think he could give some good one-liners too. And I think he plays a good everyman and has the qualities and a physique to be an intimidating man. And that's what I'm going with.
I honestly, not a bad pick. JP was the first person that I was thinking about to be my writer for this movie, actually. Purely because I feel like JP, you said he could have a lot of good one-liners. Yeah. I think he could come up with a good one-liners for our movie, and also just think of a good overall premise of the movie. Seems like JP's forte. He took a film class last term, too.
He did, yes. All right, you're up next, then.
All right, so contrasting JP, I'm going to pick Justin with my next pick. And Justin, I'm going to cast as my man in the chair or tech guy.
Okay.
Purely because, you need someone who can just explain away all of the inventions or random gadgets that we use in this movie. And no one is better at just throwing jargon around than Justin that I know. Like, just he can purely naturally just say, this is the proton splitter that emits a gamma ray on our enemies, and just get away with it. So I need that for my movie.
I consider the tech guy position, although it didn't super fit into the movie I was thinking about. But that is a good pick, though. I think I might go a different direction for my pick. I think I might just jump right into it and cast my villain.
Ooh, all right.
I'm just thinking about it. And a couple of names jump off the page to me. It's really gonna hurt not to pick this one person I'm thinking about. Don't want to give away my draft secrets. Cast them somewhere else. But I think I am going to pick Levi as my villain.
Ooh, all right.
Levi is the kingpin, overall arching villain of my film. A man who is also intimidating. Is a good size to him. As we've talked about in our last week's podcast, his role as like a media guy. He's someone who can just say absolute nonsense, which is kind of what a villain needs to do. Sometimes just needs to give a good speech and like really believe what he's saying, even if it doesn't make much sense. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. And intimidating, can speak the truth as much as it hurts our lead. And I think I'm going Levi for my villain.
Yeah, Levi, great pick. But I was casting him as my smooth talker kind of role. Is what I was looking for. Just the guy that's always wooing over the ladies, or getting himself in all kind of hijinks with the things he says. But
sounds like a lead then.
Well, no, it's more of the guy that's not always focused on the mission so much as the extracurriculars, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah. But villain definitely makes sense too. So that would mean that I wouldn't really need to cast my villain because you already have one. But I think you might take the person that I want as my villain at some other role. So I'm actually going to sign the free agent of Frankie onto my movie team as my villain. Because, the best villains always think they're right. And Frankie is one who is always stick to his morals, even if they don't necessarily go along with what the rest of the group want to do, such as not eating meat or things of that nature. So I could see you just maybe getting so deep into your beliefs that it just snaps something inside of you, and you just turn to evil to get your way.
I radicalize myself.
Also, you're known to try and take leadership roles, such as in the Fantasy League, becoming commissioner, and that power is definitely corruptible. So maybe you get in those kind of roles and just try and abuse your power, get afraid of losing it, so you just get some henchmen and try and take Devin down so he can't take that power away from you.
This is interesting. You've really thrown me for a loop here. I did not expect you to cast me when I'm making my own movie here. But, okay, I got a couple different directions to go here. Like another hero role, another villain role, or somewhere in between. Potentially a production role as well. Not sure there's a clear one quite there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cast Alex as JP's quirky sidekick. Two people who I'm just trying to think of who is the least similar to JP in our group of the pool here, and I think that might be Alex. And so I think they have that good cop, bad cop dynamic where they're gonna butt heads, but ultimately when it comes down to it, they're partners. I think Alex could fill that role really well.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I just don't know how much rapport Alex and JP would necessarily have on the screen. You need some of that on-screen chemistry to get everything going, and it could definitely work out. I don't have the director's vision for that right now myself. But Alex was actually my top pick for director. Who I was thinking about, just because I was hoping that maybe since Alex isn't necessarily the most action movie oriented, he could just bring a different perspective and maybe make this more of a Kino movie than an action movie all by itself.
A Kino movie.
Yeah, but now I can't do that, so I'm kind of scrambling here. You took people that I wanted for like roles that I didn't have a lot of backup plans for already. Not great drafting strategy by myself. So I think I'm going to go with a smooth talking sidekick for my movie and pick Greg. Because, Greg is always, just killing it with the ladies. He went on a date recently. We all know that. Also, him and Devin, I think, will actually have some pretty good rapport going on that screen. As well as, they have that Destiny teamwork built up. So they already have that kind of action experience going on. And I can just see Greg, just killing with the ladies. Maybe that would be pretty funny for the audience. I don't know. We'll see what our director thinks about it.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm scrambling a little bit here, not because of the Greg pick, but because of the way my first pick ended up going. Because I really wanted Devin for my lead. But JP, not that JP's a good lead, but I'm not sure if it's. I have a role written in here for the will they, won't they love interest, and I'm not finding anyone to fit that role currently that's left in our pool. I was hoping for something more progressive, so I wasn't thinking like throwing Haley in there. Jeez. So that's kind of where my head's at right now, but I still haven't picked a writer or a director. And Cameron, when you think about who are the best writers in our friend group, I mean, or at least people with the most experience writing film stuff. I mean, you have like Dylan, obviously. I've written a script myself, however, I'm off the board. But Jake Logan has written and directed his own short film that we've all seen on YouTube. Or no, no, he didn't direct it, he just wrote it. The one where, honestly, I don't remember the plot.
Was it about
But
the dog? Or
yeah, the
whatever?
dog one. I feel like I've seen something else that he's made for maybe that same class or a different class. I don't know. So I'm getting a little tempted here to put Jake Logan as my writer. But the truth is, I'm putting Nolan in there as my writer.
Nolan.
Nolan is
Alright.
my lead writer because he is going to school for writing. Yeah.
Alright. That makes sense. So you were thinking about Jake Logan there. Does that mean I should take Jake Logan because he's on your mind? I don't think so, because honestly, I didn't have a good spot to put Jake Logan. So maybe you could still get him back on the turn. But I think I'm going to round out my team of heroes here. You know, just throw writer and director to the wall because honestly, that doesn't matter for movies. We all know that. So I'm going to get the muscle of my team.
Okay.
And when I'm thinking about the muscle of the friend group, you got to go with Lassie. Yeah, he's already practiced doing his own stunts. Important for my kind of thing because we have no director with an idea of how to do that. Also, you know, his team consists of Justin, Greg, and Devin. So, you know, Devin obviously is jacked, but Lassie's obviously the biggest of all those people, so it'll help him look even more like the muscle of our team. And I'm just excited for the enthusiasm he can bring for all the stunts he's going to be pulling.
Yeah, so he's a good character builder. He's a good locker room guy.
Real team player.
Yeah. I'm gonna round out my production crew by selecting Dylan as my director.
Yeah.
Just because I've been on set with Dylan while he's directing, and it worked enough. Yeah, it's an easy pick for me. I feel like he's the most obvious choice for that slot.
All right. So, looking at who's left on the board, we have myself, Jake Logan,
Yep.
Logan, Tyler Walker, and Kaylee.
Yep.
And I still need a director and a writer. So, you alluded to this earlier, but Jake Logan did write that one story about the dog.
He did.
Also, he's a big fan of coming-of-age stories, always talking about them. And we have some adolescent-ish looking characters in my movie with Devin and Justin. So I definitely think that he could bring some of that experience to our team. Jake Logan, he's on the squad.
I'm a little confused about the vision for your film. Is a Vision Impossible film, or is it a coming of age?
Way I see it, we're all in a friend group, you know, just like right now. But then Frankie, the villain, maybe gets a little too much power within the friend group. Maybe, you know, becoming the liberal elite of the Discord chat. Can't have that now, can we?
I did create that role for myself.
Total villain move right there. Art imitates life, obviously. And then you just, you know, get some people on your side, such as, I don't know, whoever's not cast for this movie. You just kind of take them in, get some villains, and then Devin, the sole leader of the resistance, gets his good friends Lassie, Greg, and then Justin's all like, dude, can I be your tech guy? And Devin's like, sure, I guess. And then they have to overcome their, you know, inexperience with driving, such as Greg, or other things like that. I don't really know, to take you down.
Yeah.
You know, they got to learn how to navigate this new world they're entering.
I mean, I was honestly expecting you to just say that you're going to let the director figure it out. But,
who knows? Maybe I could be the director. Still haven't been cast.
Not if I pick you here, though. We're back to my picks. Cam, Kaylee, Logan, and Tyler. That's what's remaining here. I have one more villain role and a more leading type role here. I'm going to select Kaylee for a henchman type role to Levi. She's like an assassin type. That's what I'm going for. As someone who, or like really like Levi in my movie is kind of like he's the man with the plan, but Kaylee's the executioner. Like she's the one who's gonna take his plan and roll with it, improvise, and do the actual dirty work, the actual villainy. And I think out of the remaining people, that's the person I would pick. Yeah, for sure. Kaylee is my pick.
Yeah, I could definitely see, maybe she starts the movie like just showing up as some distressed damsel, and then all of a sudden just turns it on, beats up the main heroes for a little bit, just like Levi planned. It would be pretty scary.
Not what I was thinking, but
well, good thing I'm not your director then, Dylan. You can figure all that out.
Uh-huh.
Got maybe a diva over there, be in charge. I don't know. But so now me, Logan, and Tyler pick one of them for my director. I'm gonna go with Tyler Walker. I just feel like he would understand my vision more than me or Logan would, honestly, and I think he would be able to execute it well enough.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's a good pick. I have one last role. 2 people remaining. Only one role remaining, though. And that is my will they, won't they love interest role, which was poorly conceived. I am now finding out. Cam or Logan, who do I see more as a will they, won't they with Jacob Pond, or maybe even Alex? Who knows?
I mean, I don't think Logan and Alex would really have that relationship.
Yeah, honestly, okay, Cam, your cast as my will they, won't they love interest.
Yes.
Actually, wait, no, hold on a second. That kind of changed everything. What if the whole will they, won't they thing is because Alex doesn't approve? I'm casting Logan. Sorry, Cam.
I see. That makes sense.
You changed my mind. Thank you.
Yeah, you could also have the whole meet cute be with JP showing Logan all about weed and vaping, and then Logan just diving into that culture.
Yeah.
Saw him with his jewel the other day. It was wild.
Oh, you didn't come to poker night during spring breaks. He was jeweling in his own house. It was great. But Cam, last week you didn't draft me for your NFL franchise front office roles, and this week you weren't chosen for either of our movies. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, it's probably the right choice.
Why is that? You don't think you fit any? You don't think you'd be a good actor or a good facilitator behind the camera?
Actually, I guess I do technically have the most acting experience of this friend group because I did do plays in middle school.
That's true.
That's wild.
A flair for the dramatic.
Yeah, but no, I would get too method in my role, and then bring actual guns to work, and that would just not be safe for anyone.
All right. Well. Yeah, so I guess let's run down our rosters here. In a Die Hard inspired type movie with a kingpin and Kaylee, our assassinator here, going after the real dirty work. My villain, I have Levi and Kaylee there. My leading man is Jacob Pond with his quirky sidekick Alex, and a subplot of a will they, won't they love interest with Logan Roth. Directed by Dylan, written by Nolan Good.
All right, and I have my Fast 5 Mission Impossible inspired heist action movie coming of age.
Yeah.
Yes. Vision, directed by Tyler Walker and written by Jake Logan, which features Devin and his main muscle man Lassie, the smooth talking Greg, and the tech mogul of Justin Moss taking down our villain Frankie Redfern, who's trying to make the whole squad go vegan. And that takes away Devin and Lassie and Greg and Justin's gains.
Oh.
It's all coming to fruition.
Okay, the only people who lose gains on the vegan diet are people who don't understand nutrition. Anyways. This is villain Frankie talking.
Exactly.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of the Anyone But Cam Offseason Podcast. I've been Frankie.
I'm Cam.
And I mentioned last week that maybe this week we'd come at you with some Endgame theories or some MCU stuff, but next week is actually the final week before Endgame comes out. So I'm just saying now, Cam, we fire up the rumor wagon. Let's get some theories going. Let's get the brain fluids pumping, and let's talk about who's defeating Thanos. Will Cap and Iron Man make up? Is WandaVision an actual title of a real show that's happening? We'll find out.
Ooh. Exciting.
Anyways, catch you all next week.
All right, let us know which movie you like better.
Oh, yeah, that too.